Imagine you're trying to build wealth, real, impactful wealth. But instead of investing, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Every time you make money, you spend it all. And this cycle repeats. But what if instead you were making consistent deposits into a high-yield account that compounded over time? That's exactly what personal branding is for you and your business. I've been making this huge mistake, stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle, getting clients, delivering work, and starting over every time. No compounding growth, no long-term leverage. And if you're a founder building and growing your business, you might be making the exact same one. Every piece of content you put out is a deposit into your brand's future. But if you never invest, you'll wake up one day realizing you're still at zero. So if you've spent years delivering great work but haven't built an audience, don't be surprised when demand is low. And don't be surprised if you look back and wish you had started sooner. But it's not too late to start. What's that saying? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago and the second best time is now? Look, don't take my word for it. This isn't just my theory. Look at Greg Isenberg with the ACP funnel. He focuses on building his audience first, which leads to a community, and that community fuels his business. If you already have a product, that's fine, but you can still leverage this approach. Alex Hormozi spent years building his business, but his reach and impact exploded once he started investing into his personal brand and content creation. Dan Martell has a big community for SaaS founders, but after leveraging his personal brand to grow his audience, he's massively increased demand and driven way more business growth. So from now on, instead of focusing almost exclusively on client work and neglecting my own brand, I'm creating my own content consistently, finally giving it the attention it deserves. And why video? It highlights personality along with the value you provided. It builds trust and rapport faster than any other content format. But now that you're on board with creating content, the real challenges set in. Overwhelm, uncertainty, feeling like you don't have the time or bandwidth to learn, so you do nothing. What if you had a process for making good videos, without it taking over your life and taking time away from the things you're best at? That's exactly what I've been working on, and I think it would be a good fit for you too. Study those who are already doing it well. Greg Isenberg, Alex Hormozi, Dan Martell, these are all great examples. They demonstrate what building a personal brand can do to impact your business. List out your topics and themes and overall content plan. A simple framework I use is, what problem are you solving and why does your channel exist? Speak to that. Create scripts. I fought scripting for a long time, but I'm using it now and it's saving me a ton of time and effort. Use a shot list to add variety. Watching someone just talk on video is kind of boring. And on top of that, it does nothing to differentiate you. Find your style and your voice. The world doesn't need another bland, monotone subject matter expert. Be real. Let your interests and passions and quirks come through. It takes a little time, but it's well worth it. You're not just creating content to close a few more clients or land a couple more deals. At least, that's not who this video is intended for. You're building something bigger, something better, and more impactful. I personally can't help but wonder, what if I started this 4 years ago? I'm sure I'd be in a completely different position than I am today. And if you feel the same, it's not too late to start. You've still got time.